Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs in the actual soundtrack, though. Oh, goddamn. Whew. One of the things I like about this Force device the most is it's got probably the fastest recall of any Force device in the series. So you can actually fire it off and then recall it like almost instantaneously, which is really nice, especially in certain sections where you need to have it on your back at all times. Hey, still Carl, what's up? I haven't played shmups for a while, yeah. It's been a while. An average playthrough of this is around about 40 to 50 minutes. The game is long though, compared to the arcade games, which are generally 6 to 8 stages long. And I think that's one of the things about the classic IRAM style of game, is that the stages are generally very long. Even in the arcade stuff, like, you know, Dragon Breed, Ninja Spirit, stuff like that. Excuse me. I'm trying not to pick up the second speed up because I'm going to be forced into picking it up when I get to stage 4, so... Yeah, the backwards part is tricky. There is a route for it though, it's just... it largely depends on whether or not you have to recover in that section or not. And the recovery route is a lot harder to do. There's a lot of slowdown in this though. Charge up. Stage 1 is essentially a tech demo though. As you can probably tell, it's just, woo, mode 7 everywhere, blah 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 blah. There are some things you can do to squeeze points out of this though. Like this. Yeah, as I was mentioning before, the way to score on this is to use the force device to essentially tickle larger, more resilient enemies, like that turret there, for example. You don't do it all the time though, because there's not many places that you can actually do it, but it's probably the only place you can actually get a lot of points. Plus there is some infinite scoring sections. For example, the last boss, if you just take your time, you can actually infinitely spawn loads of little drones, which is the only way you can actually score on that. Yeah, it's kind of boring for a stage. I said it's a tech demo, basically. It's not as boring as Finals, though. Because Final is really slow-paced and there's a lot of dead air in places. At least in this stage, you're doing things. What am I doing? I don't have the reverse laser yet. There it is. I've been thinking of playing Ninja Spirit again, actually, because that game's so good. I made Antoine play it the other day, and it just reminded me of how good it is. It's like vicious, but incredibly good fun to play as well. It's a very technical game. I'm going to keep the red laser, actually. It's actually quite useful in Stage 2. There's not many places you can actually recover it, so it's not worth losing it. Hey, what's up, Blossom? Yeah, it's very console style though. It's like slow paced, very tech demo heavy. Tic Tacs. I mean, if stage 1 was like half the length, it would be perfect for stage 1. I don't know, to be honest, Zen4. You would have to ask the guys if it's worth doing an R-Type final episode. I mean, I'd be up for it, but it's been a while since I've played it. I have to record a replay of it. Plus, my route is generally through FD, which is like the hardest stage in the game, and I need to relearn that. And suddenly Guts. I would like to do an R-Type Delta episode at some point though, because I definitely think that's one of the best games in the series outside of Tactics, but Tactics isn't really a shmup. It's a strategy RPG. But I fucking love Tactics. I think it's like easily one of the best games ever. There might be a Delta one, but if there isn't, then I'd actually like to do one. Don't need to full charge here, it's not worth it. You actually have to be careful in this stage, because if you move while you're trying to use the bit devices to protect you from the acid drips, you could actually accidentally move so much that it actually goes round your bit device, which is always quite scary. Ah, there's one by Gegs. Oh, fair enough. I mean, IRAM games should be covered a lot more though, because I think the one thing about STG Weekly is that there's a lot of focus on modern shmups, because that's what people are used to seeing. Like, you know, the Xbox 360 stuff, for example. Anything in modern arcades, and classic arcade games should be covered a bit more. But you'd have to take that up with Aquas, of course, and the rest of the guys at STG Weekly. But yeah, I'd be up for stuff like that. I think classic arcade shmups, classic console shmups, should be covered a lot more. Because I think there's not as much awareness of them as there is of the modern stuff. Yeah, Delta's brilliant. I mean, I absolutely love that game to death. And I've played it quite a lot on stream before. About 10 seconds worth of dodging here, unfortunately, once you've drained your entire hyper. You want to wait for it to do another one? There we go. Nice. Yes, we can show this on Twitch, don't worry. Don't need to charge. What am I doing? I'll keep the reverse laser here because it's actually very good for this stage. Anything you have to get used to with this weapon is that the backward shot is actually stronger than the forward shot, so actually learning to play with the force on the back is the best way to deal with this weapon type. That, and also using the small yellow shot, which comes off your bits. The shadow bits, not the standard bits. The thing about this game is that the later stages aren't bad at all. I mean, this stage is actually really nicely paced, and the design of the stage is actually very, very good. But stage 4 can go eat a dick. it's ridiculous how much memo is required in that. I don't want the... Oh, actually, no, the red's fine. I'm going to get up here as early as possible to deal with the walkers. Just let the bit device deal with the stuff behind you. Walker from behind and the walker from the top. The reason why I'm charging a hyper here is because of this trap. The only thing you have to watch out for is when you actually run out of hyper, you stop firing for a few seconds. do want the blue shot though at this point. Should be coming up soon. In terms of recovery, this is probably the last stage where it's actually easy to recover. Whoop. Okay. Okay. Quick boss. Very quick boss if you know how to deal with it. Otherwise, people tend to get stuck on this one for a long time. So you destroy the bit on the top of the head first, this bit here, as quickly as possible, and then use the force device to destroy the bit underneath. Whoop, nearly. It's not as fast as before though, but still fairly quick if you do it this way, and then you just shoot it. And it's done. One thing people should remember about R-Type is that it's all about weapon selection. And it's always been like that. Having the right weapon for the right situation is paramount to survival. Yeah, and positioning as well. It's just knowing everything about the game 100%. Yeah, I'm using the full charge to destroy those turrets behind walls. It's a little trick you can do in modern R-Type as well. Switch to hyper here actually, because I need the burst, the spread burst later on. Right here. You can actually do this with a standard double charge, but I find it safer to use the spread burst here, and then let the cooldown run out later on. And I need to remember the route through this because I've got one speed up. I think I get the second one here. That's no problem. Oh, fuck. Oh, went too early. Shit. I always forget about that. Okay. For it. It's fine. I don't normally take yellow for this, but it's fine. Full charge to kill all of those and then get under. Need to use hyper here as well. Need the force on the back. And I'll put it on the front. Unfortunately, I've only got one bit device, which means that these things can actually sneak through the shield when I'm using hyper. I'm not going to bother with the full charge kill here. Put it on the back. Okay. This bit here should be fairly safe. And then I need to get up here. Okay, good. Second speed up. Okay. Blue would be desirable here actually. And get over here. It should be safe here. Take my time here. Okay, good. Shit, okay. Don't know if I've got blue. I don't think I have. Whoop! Get in there. Okay, yeah, I got blue. Good. Right, and full power. Blue is generally desirable for this boss because it murders it after the first hyper. What would I say is the best R-type game? Probably Delta. If I'm not including tactics in the calculation, then yeah, probably Delta. This game is just amazingly good. It's probably the best paced, best designed R-type in general, outside of the first R-type. And so I just needed to recall the route for this, because stage 4 is easily one of the most difficult stages for a lot of people. And I have to actually handle the boss, which is probably the most difficult part of this stage actually. There we go. See, blue laser after the first hyper murders this boss, and it's the best weapon to have in this. If you're using the cyclone, then using the actual detached cyclone or the splash laser works quite well as well. For the round force, you want the red weapon, the air-to-air laser. Delta is PS1, yes. You can't destroy the blocks, unfortunately. Oh, you can! Shit. Oop, fucking hell. Oh shit, that's 3 speed ups. Fuck. That's a problem. Too many speed ups. If you position your lasers correctly, you can actually hit all of the turrets at once, like this. Too many speed ups though. Shit, okay, I got almost trapped there. Be careful. Oh! Didn't see that. Fuck. Hey, Duckfist. What's up? Recovery time. Grab that. Okay, should be alright now actually. It was kind of a stupid mistake there though. Yeah, thank you. As I said, it's been a while since I played this, so I'm just trying to remember what most of my strats are, but yeah, I love this game as well. I think it's... I'm not going to say it's underrated, but I think people do give it a lot of shit for its pacing, which is fair enough. It's not exactly the best paced game in the world, but I do think it's a fun game to play. I do prefer the rest of the series though. No bits makes me very sad indeed. Yeah. I think the biggest problem is it is essentially a tech demo rather than the full game. Einhander, yeah. I love that game. It's brilliant. I mean, at some point maybe I should do another PS1 1cc marathon. Try and do the top 5 again like I did last time. I think I did 4 out of 5 the last time. Tip speed up. Get in there. Right. No, R-Type 3 is not Super R-Type. Super R-Type is essentially R-Type 2. Which one's this? I'm not sure, but I can sort of recall this boss doing something really tricky there. Okay. Charge hyper. Yeah, these are the bosses from R-Type 1, yeah. Yeah, and Super R-Type had no checkpoints, which was kind of hilarious because it really forced you to learn how to play R-Type 2. Also, Hyper Beam absolutely murders this boss. Don't want to speed up. Yeah, you can actually destroy those. They're not indestructible, they're just really resilient. The recovery route for this is like one of the most difficult things to do though. Just mitigate a little bit by the fact that the blue laser for the Shadow Force is like one of the most powerful weapons in the game. If not the most powerful outside of full charge standard and full charge hyper. I don't remember if I actually need to go through the wall here. I think I do. Yeah. Shit! Oh fuck! Here's Erst. Oh, forgot about that. Right, the trick here is to actually grab this first and then switch to blue. Whoop. Draconic, what's up? There is a recovery for this though. Check for that thing behind me. Oh, fuck. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just needed that blue shot as soon as possible though, a full blue. Fucking dying at that wall was a stupid thing though. Really shouldn't have done that. Also my charge timing is off here because I needed full hyper at this point as early as possible. Oh fuck. Yeah. Should have went under. And the checkpoint for this is much further in the stage as well. Because you want to be out of hyper pretty early on so that you can actually recover the hyper a lot earlier. Go over. Okay, good. Behind me as well, I have to watch out for. Okay, there we go. As long as I've got full blue, I should be okay here, but I do need a second speed up just to be absolutely safe. Get in there, okay. Oh, fuck. What the hell were you stuck on? Shit. They should. I don't know if there's anyone who... Fuck! I forgot about that wall. Fuck. Should not be reading chat at this point. Yeah, they should do Raystorm. I don't know why they haven't. Yes, exactly. Be the change you want to see. If you want to see the replay on STG weekly, you should probably be doing it anyway. But I haven't actually played Raystorm for like freaking ages, and I'm not very good at it anyway, so... Oh, extend it. Nice. Come back here, you piece of shit. Fuck. I hate it when that happens. Okay. That's better. Right. These things move at random, unfortunately, so... Get them there. Second speed up. Yeah, it probably was. Missiles. Missile. Don't need to worry about this bit here, because these things, when they spawn, just go spawning into the wall. Oh, bit. Nice. I like bits. Right, random hand pattern. Oh, yep. Random hand pattern. That bit is actually kind of bullshit sometimes. Do missiles at this point though. I want to charge here as well. Random hand pattern. Yep! Fucking hell, goddamn. It's always the initial pattern that I find the most difficult. You just kind of have to last this bit out for a little bit. Oh! Fuck. There's a little bit of point farming here though. Alright, let's see how these hands actually go. Whoopsie. They're moving out of turn here as well, which is kind of tricky to deal with. Here we go, right. Okay, now we've just got to deal with the last few bits. Done. That's a first loop once you see it at least. Yeah, I've heard the 360 port of Rainstorm isn't that good. It's primarily because of the screen dimensions. Yeah, basically. It doesn't play very well with the widescreen format, unfortunately. Excuse me. Whew. Right, okay, so second loop is all suicide bullets. And incredibly slow moving bullets. You kind of need to use the force device on your front here. And there's a shitload more trash as well. Look at how much trash is actually in this first stage. Look behind you! Rip. You actually have to watch out for the trash here because they're a lot more dangerous because they have a lot more HP and they move a lot faster. So you can't really use the backwards reverse laser as much in this because of the aforementioned problems. I'll take out that turret down there. Not many draconic. Not many at all. Oh shit! Maybe didn't see that. One of the key things you have to learn with the Shadow Force is actually positioning the shadow bits so that you shoot what you need to. It's actually kind of hard to do sometimes. So I'm destroy those turrets. I can't remember how this stage goes in the loop. Oh yeah, this thing fires more frequently if I remember correctly, and the lasers are much longer. Yeah, I use Hyper there in order to generate some more points, because obviously the Hyper Blasts actually count as tick points in this. Power-up cycle is still the same though. It's safer to keep the reverse on the front now. I can't remember if these things actually have armor-piercing bullets now. I don't think they do, but it's not worth the risk. I kind of wonder how many lives I would have had by now if I didn't die so much in the second half of the first loop. 802. I do need the red here though. Plus these little guys are a lot more dangerous in this. And you're you know, this bit is dangerous. Oh, fuck! No, I can't say that shit. I think there's another red coming up there. I should be alright here. And I think these acid drips are actually far more dangerous here. That. Get in there. Yeah, I like the way the stage is designed actually. I think it's pretty cool. Get in there. Get in there. Okay. It should be plain sailing from now on. At least for this part of the stage. Take it. And get red back anyway. I'm sure these things move faster as well. Fuck! Yeah, they do. Whoops. It's going to take at least 2 full hypers here, I think. That's close. Yeah, it's going to take 3 hypers actually. Especially with this frickin' pattern. Whoop! Fuck. Shit. Ah. think the most difficult thing about this boss in the loop is the pattern is slightly different and faster. As long as I can actually place my hyper shots a bit better. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Yeah, I got trapped there. Yeah, I can do this, it's alright. Whoop! Ah! When there's pairs of them like this, that's when it gets tricky. Use a full beam here. Shouldn't be long now, I think. Got it. There we go. Woo! That was rough. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh yeah, these things are really strong actually. So you can't actually use force tickle to kill them. Shit, fuck, fuck, oof, man. Let's speed it. Oh no, hit device, okay. Wondering what that was. Hyper? No, don't want that. Do want that. One from behind, one from above. Where is it? It's alright, just ignore it. And they home in on you really slowly in this one. Okay. Thankfully bit devices are useful. Good blue laser coming up soon, which I really do need. Oh yeah, this is pretty scary, this bit though. Give me that. Right, yeah, there we go. Nice. I can't remember if there's any ads in this stage. If you're hoping not. Whoa! There we go. Stage 4. Ugh, 2-4. Good damn. This is going to be awful. Because I think the lava flows are much faster in 2-4. Sure is it? It's here, isn't it? It's still blue, actually. Switch. Tricky. Whoa, tricky. Yeah, nice. I don't actually find the stage that bad, it's just the positioning in the loop is much more difficult than it is in the first loop. I think for the most part it's the same, it's just they move faster. 1 million points. I think it's the same actually. Yeah, it looks like it's the same, it's fine. Oh fuck! Apart from that thing. Right. Fuck! From behind. Yeah, the gate closures are always the same, so it looks like the lava flows are the same actually. So it's been a while since I've done the loop, so as long as you know the route for the first bit, the first loop, it's not too difficult to do the route for the second bit. You just have to watch out for the turrets because they fire a lot more frequently. Yeah. It's not random, it's always the same. Always the same. Yeah, probably gonna end this run here though. 2-4 is actually quite tricky when I haven't actually practiced it yet. Yeah, the lava flow is always the same. The gates close when you get close to them. That one. There we go. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Right. You just have to know how to handle the small turrets. This one will take a bit longer to kill though because it has a lot more resilience. Oh boy. This is bad. Whoop! I got trapped, shit. The second set of turrets is probably the most difficult to deal with, I think. That one. Ah, fuck. Shit! I was trying to deal with that one. Hey Jack. I got an extend right at the end though and I got killed. Yeah. Okay. Need to remember the recovery rod for this. I'm just playing for a little bit. It's been a while since I've played R-Type 3 and I kind of wanted to anyway. Whoop! There we go, right, nice. So I'm not really planning on submitting the score anyway. Nice. I think these shots are a lot faster. Yeah, they are. Whoa! Yep. 2-4 boss as usual. Or rather, 2-4 mid boss as usual.